Hello, my name is Emily Onufer. I'm currently a senior at the University of Richmond studying environmental studies and anthropology. Note, not art. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. I can't draw, paint, sculpt, sing, or dance, and I've never really considered myself a creative type. But earlier this year, I curated an art exhibition at the University of Richmond downtown. And despite my aversion to all things artistic, it has been one of the best experiences I've had since coming to Richmond 3.5 years ago. Oh, too far. The exhibition is titled Transportation Today and Tomorrow, Envisioning a Greater Richmond. Through photographs by local artist Dean Whitbeck and interviews conducted by yours truly and my supervisor, Alexandra Byram, we were able to create a thoughtful, impactful representation of a complex social issue, transportation. Now, I'll admit, transportation isn't the most glamorous topic, but it's essential. It's what gets us from our homes to school or work or the grocery store. We literally couldn't get anywhere without it. And yet, how many of us really think about our transportation on a daily basis? We get in our cars and we go. For many people in Richmond, however, it's not that simple. As many of you probably already know, Richmond has a public bus system, GRTC. It isn't perfect. Buses aren't always on time. The current bus routes are mostly restricted to the city, while the current job opportunities are mostly out in Henrico and Chesterfield counties, so the buses don't really connect the places people live with the places people work. When construction or a traffic accident gets in the way, buses are rerouted, and some stops are skipped over completely. When you're running 5 minutes late and you have a car, you arrive at your destination 5 minutes late. When you're running 5 minutes late for a bus, there might not be another bus for an hour. Then what do? Richmond has been working diligently to improve its public transportation system. Just in the last few years, a team from the city and GRTC leadership developed the Richmond Transit Network Plan, a long document outlining several different options for a regional transportation network. Thanks to the efforts of RVA Rapid Transit, a nonprofit advocacy group, Bus Rapid Transit will soon be coming to Richmond, a higher speed bus in a dedicated lane called the Pulse. It will connect Rockets Landing in the east with Willow Lawn in the west, and will mean more buses, shorter wait times, and more reliable service for everyone. I was inspired by all of these efforts when I began curating this exhibition. We worked with Tripp Pollard, a senior attorney from the Southern Environmental Law Center, a group that's done a ton of legal work around transportation in the past few years. I interviewed people from RVA Rapid Transit, Virginians for High-Speed Rail, Richmond's Urban Transportation Planning Division, Bike Walk RVA, the Timmins Group, the Better Housing Coalition, the Richmond Branch NAACP, the Virginia Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and our very own University of Richmond. What a list. These people know so much about transportation and its impacts. Our exhibition was shaping up to be educational, informative, and inspiring. But something was missing from the dialogue we were constructing. Approximately 28,500 people use GRTC every day. That's 28,500 people navigating bus schedules, waiting at bus stops in all kinds of weather, and depending on a publicly provided resource to get them to their jobs in the mornings and back home to their families in the evenings. These are the people who use Richmond's bus system every single day and think about what it means for their lives much more often than you or I. But they were not the lead authors of the Richmond Transit Network Plan, and nobody really asked them if they wanted a new bus. So myself and several others from UR Downtown stood out at the transfer plaza in downtown Richmond, where people change buses all day long. I was expecting a whole lot of negativity. In the months I was working on this exhibition, I had heard all about how the buses are late and don't get people where they need to go. 128,000 jobs in the Richmond region aren't accessible by GRTC. People had to be upset about that, right? Wrong. The 10 riders we interviewed were overwhelmingly positive about their bus riding experience. David told us it was an affordable way to get around. Shakia told us she had great conversations with the bus drivers and other riders during her commute. April told us she loved the bus, loved the people, and was really just thankful to have the resource. We asked every interviewee the same question: What is your vision for transportation in the Richmond region? Community leaders and transit riders alike expressed hope for a regional transportation network that works for everyone. People who drive, ride a bus, ride a bike, or walk. People who live in the heart of the city and people who live out in the suburbs. Young people who really don't want to own a car or can't drive yet, and older folks who stopped driving a long time ago. Catherine Bray, a planner from Richmond's Urban Transportation Planning Division, may have said it best. Connected regions that work for everyone. Interviewing both community leaders doing great work in the field of transportation and transit riders using Richmond's bus system every single day gave our exhibition a diverse collection of perspectives. On opening night, our interviewees came and were able to meet, talk about their experiences, and discuss the potential for change. But social change doesn't happen overnight. Just because we put some photographs, quotes, and graphics on a wall doesn't mean the issue is magically resolved. So the artwork is up. What now? Since the opening, we've hosted several events in the gallery space that have provided further opportunities for people to get together and brainstorm tangible and practical steps towards regional transportation solutions. A land use class from the University of Richmond School of Law heard from 2 of our interviewees about ways they could get involved as future lawyers and leaders. Just a few weeks ago, we hosted a dinner to talk about the role of university transportation in the city of Richmond. Students, faculty, and staff from both UR and VCU came together to talk about what works when we're trying to get students into the city and what doesn't. Creating opportunities for students in particular to become informed transportation advocates has been one of the best outcomes of this project. The exhibition comes down in January, but our hope is that we have created lasting partnerships between individuals and organizations who wouldn't otherwise be working together. Though the artwork itself cannot fix the issues with Richmond's transportation system, the ideas brought forth from community leaders and transit riders alike have a better chance of being incorporated into future planning efforts thanks to our exhibition. Art is a powerful medium for social change. It can prompt dialogue, connect people who wouldn't otherwise collaborate, and create space for voices previously left out of the conversation. I hope each and every one of you feels inspired to think about these big social issues in different and exciting ways. And more than anything, next time you're dreaming big about solving homelessness, poverty, or education, think about whose voices aren't included in your conversation and what you can do to get them to the table. Thank you.
Emily, thank you so much for being here tonight. I actually took AP Environmental Science last year, and while I can't say it was my favorite class, it was definitely a topic that really interested me. How did you get into environmental science?
My mom has been an environmental advocate since I was a little kid, so we just always spend a lot of time outside together. My mom's my best friend, so it just kind of turned into an educational interest and now a career interest as I'm getting ready to graduate college.
Well, congratulations, and thank you. Thank you for being here.